Uh, Good afternoon. Welcome to Zaid Ibrahim podcast. Today I have Mr. Shashi Kumar. Shashi Kumar is a young man who is the head of Global Human Rights Federation, GHRF. This is an NGO that spokesman representing all sorts of views, helping the poor people, helping the people who have been denied justice. It's a very active NGO. So welcome, Shashi. Welcome. Thank you
very much, Dato'.
Yeah.
Good to be here with you.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to ask you first. It's a lot of work doing this NGO stuff.
Yes, it is.
Why do you do that?
Somebody has to do the dirty job. Okay, basically, I was born in the early 70s, all right? So during that time, as I was growing up, in my neighborhood, there were more Malays compared to Indian or Chinese.
Where is that?
This is in Ampang Jaya.
Ampang.
Jaya. Okay? I learned how to play football with my Malay friends. I learned how to ride a bicycle with my Malay friends. We were very close. Tiboli, they'll be in my house. Raya, I'll be at their place. Chinese New Year will be at our Chinese friend's place. We were very close. That's how it was going. Then when you look at it after beginning from the early 90s, yeah, politicians started to preach about, Islamization, about Islam, Malay, Ketuanan Melayu, just to get support. And every single time when I go to work, they'll be talking about that. Oh, the other races are trying to take us over. Oh, Islam is under threat. So I started to hear this even during my work and all that. They'll be gossiping, talking about it. But I totally ignore it. But after the mid-90s, this matter is becoming very, very serious. Okay? Now it's uncontrollable. Now you see the Islamic preachers, all right? Pendakwa Islam. They are talking about, awak tak boleh duduk semeja dengan orang-orang kafir. Tak boleh duduk semeja dengan diorang. Tak boleh makan semeja dengan diorang. And then they are talking about, and the politicians are talking about pendatang. Okay, penumpang. And then kafir. Now these three words is regularly being used here in this nation. And same goes to what I was saying about the Islamic preachers, especially the Mualaf group. And the worst thing started was after the arrival of Dr. Zakir Naik Dr. Zakir Naik, and on the year of 2016. So I look at it, he started with comparison of religion. So this made many people angry, and it was going around, he was doing roadshow all over Malaysia. So basically we must understand Malaysia is a multiracial country, multi-religious, multicultural. It's a secular nation. That's how we have kept it all this while. And this is where we have unity, peace and harmony among us. For all these years, it has been coexisting in that manner. But when you have people like this in your nation, doing a comparison of religion, that is really wrong. When you compare, you are saying that I am better than you. When we talk about religion, everybody said, it's a very sensitive issue. If it's a sensitive issue, why is he allowed to speak about all this? Which is breaking the unity and creating chaos in the country. Police reports were lodged. No action were taken. And then he has his proteges. People like Zamri Vinod, people like Fidos Wong, people like Ridwanti. So all these people started in their own way preaching about comparison of religion. So if a religion is like a mother to you, how can I say my mother is better than your mother? Or can I compare that my mother's cooking is better than your mother's cooking? That is already wrong.
Okay, so you were not happy with the state of the country and you decided to do something about it, which is very good. Not many people will do that. They complain, but they don't do much. So you have now an NGO. You have a lot of support.
Yes, Dato'. we do. Because whatever we are doing from our heart. Because I have children also. And I have friends who have children as well. And we all have relations, relatives and so on.
Yeah.
So we want to see this country progressing, developing for a betterment. Like how I look at Singapore, I always compare Singapore. Why do I compare Singapore? Is Singapore started from the scrap,
Yes.
from nothing. But today is one of the world's number one leading country and number one in Asia. So this is what I want Malaysia to become, the tiger of Asia. But if you have racism, fanatism, extremism, double standard, discrimination, we are not going to go anywhere. Like I said earlier, Dato', my background was I was a former flight steward, air steward for 20 years. I have travelled throughout the world, And when you go to all these developed nations, you don't see any racial discrimination like this, basically.
Okay. So the things gets worse from now.
It is very much worse from now.
Oh.
That I can say. Compared to the rest of the Prime Minister, I'll say openly, directly, as what many are saying. PMX, under PMX, yeah?
Who is saying?
Many NGOs, activists,
okay.
who are being vocal and saying what is happening outside. Let's be straight, I'm practicing my rights under the Federal Constitution Article 10, freedom of speech and expression. This is the worst government.
Okay, so politics, you are not in politics yet.
I am not in politics.
Are you going into politics?
I think the way, looking at it, who knows? Who knows?
Because at the end of the day, you want to change policy, you have to be in politics.
Yes. See, Dato', I formed GHRF in 2021, July. It's about 3 years plus. In these 3 years plus, we believe in the system. We believed in the Federal Constitution. We believed in the rule of law. And that's
Do you have support for what you believe?
Yes, of course.
Okay, what about the Malays? Do you think the Malays will support your ideas?
Okay, the Malays are supporting. I have Malay friends. They are supporting. But the problem is they are very afraid to come forward.
They are afraid to come forward.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Do you have... Okay, let me ask you this. Do you try to talk to like other Malay parties like PAS or...
No, not with PAS.
No?
No.
Why do you laugh?
No. If you talk about PAS, their policy or their ideology also is
but you don't even talk to them. How you sometimes, Shashi, you cannot judge a party by what they say or some people in the party say.
Right.
You have to get closer. Maybe if you get to know them better, maybe your views will change.
Dato', when the leader, during Perikatan National time, during their duration, during Prime Minister Sabri, Ismail Sabri was the Prime Minister. And you know that, the past President, Hadi Awang, uttered and said that the root of corruption is caused by the non-Muslims, which are the Chinese and the Indians. We lodged police report and we were against that. So when you have this kind of perception or mentality, it's about the mentality. It's about you. What is your vision? What is your objective? When you are a leader, first thing, what do you want to do? So if you have a objective or a vision or a mission or a mentality set in you that this is how my direction is going to be, I will hit on the non-Muslims. I will question the non-Muslims. I will, create a controversial chaos among the non-Muslims with the Muslims. Then that we couldn't talk to that kind of people.
Okay, all right, I can understand. But you have to talk to somebody. Can you talk to the Prime Minister?
Of course not.
Can you make representation to the Prime Minister?
No, we have done that. We have given about, I think, 3 memorandums last year. We were the only group who gathered in front of PM's office. About more than hundreds of us gathered. And
what is the response?
Nothing. Even I connected with a special officer, no answer. They don't answer you. But instead, he was giving out a speech during that time, this was last year, saying that he was addressing to the Indian community, do not follow certain extremist group okay, extremist group, certain NGOs who are being very extreme. So that is the kind of feedback, he can give, basically. So I know who is he talking about.
Do you think that who do you think he was referring to?
The only people who went down there and were demanding certain things were us
Okay.
during that time.
Okay. So
He said that the what we are demanding for is absurd, which that is what I was demanding. It's not that we are demanding; we are saying to set a policy for the unity and the harmony of fellow nations
of the country.
Yeah. It's not for me. It's not for Indians.
Yeah.
We in GHRF, in Global Human Rights Federation, we have Sabahans, we have Sarawakians, we have Chinese, we have Indians. We are multiracial.
You have Malays?
Yeah, I have one Malay, but recently he left for work to outstation. Quite a reason.
Okay. This is my point.
Yeah.
There seems to be lack of interest amongst Malays on this reform type of NGOs or parties. Why do you think that is so?
Okay.
Is it because they don't understand, or they think you are a threat, or what is it?
Okay, it's not that. Okay. I go
Before,
back to
you said, before 20, 30 years ago, Malays, Chinese, Indians, they were a lot closer.
Right.
But now they're not.
Yes.
Now, how do we bridge that if you don't have Malays to with you? So I think whether I know it's not easy, but you still have to get or convince enough Muslims that your group is actually in their own interests.
Yes.
That your unity, your harmony that you are talking about, accepting everybody as part of the same community, you have to sell that idea. I know it's not easy because you are not Malay, you're not Muslim, and you don't like some of the views expressed by all these Muslim leaders. But there is, I think it's a bridge that you have to cross.
Yes. Let me answer that too.
Okay.
I've tried that. Okay, I've tried that. Okay, I just give you an example. I was watching this TikTok live just recently, about 2 months back, and there was an issue regards to one particular Malay guy. All right, he was wrong, and there was a discussion in the TikTok, and this person said, told the non-Muslim guys, told the non-Muslim, what you're saying is right, but you see, I cannot come forward and support you because it's about the brotherhood of Muslims.
Brotherhood of Muslims.
Brotherhood of Muslims. So this is what Zakir Naik said. Even you don't agree with that Muslim, but you should not be with a kafir. You should not support a kafir. And same here, a kafir can never be a leader. This has been going on because I've been following all these preachers. This is what they are preaching to the Malay Muslims. I'll tell you straightforward because the proof is there. Even Dr. Zakir Naik have said that openly.
Where is he now?
I think he's still here, but he's travelling. I think it's Pakistan. Now he's in Pakistan, of course.
Oh.
He just left to Pakistan, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So.
And with our Prime Minister, also in Pakistan.
Okay. So he must be close to the Prime Minister, no?
He is. He is.
He is?
He is.
Oh.
He is.
I thought he's only close with Mahathir.
No, he is close with. He is close with him.
Oh.
He is close with
okay. So we have preachers like that still around.
Many.
Many.
No, I'm not talking about one person here. I'm talking about
We're
many.
talking about many.
So when you tell the Malays not to join kafirs, when you tell the Malays not to let them lead as a lead, I'm the president of Global Human Rights Federation. So, is a Malay going to come? Of course, I have a lot of good Malays, but they will be afraid that they will be targeted. Oh, you see, these few Malays are here with him. They are traitors. Because for them, they look at us. You see, I have court cases against certain preachers. And also I have court cases, I have filed a court case against the IGP and the AG for their inaction, okay, against these preachers. So if I have Malays with me, they will be seen as a traitor towards Islam. That's how they are trying to manipulate and portray me, that we are against Islam. And police reports were lodged against me that I'm against Islam. Okay.
Okay, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let me turn around a bit. Bring you to another issue. Sometimes the economic issues are very important. I think economic issues, livelihood issues, are more or less emotional. When you talk about religion and rights and who's better, whose God is better, it's very emotional.
Yes.
Okay, so but economic issues are. So if you have no money, you have no money.
Yeah.
If you have children going to school and do not have enough to buy books or to buy clothes, everybody has the same experience. Now, why don't you focus more on the economic issues, livelihood issues, because it's less emotional? You might get Malays to support you for that. What do you think of that?
Dato, now when we look at the leaders, so-called leaders sitting on top there, they are in charge of the country. They are the administration of the country. If they are not proper and right, and so how is the economy going to improve? It will never improve. See, we can write proposals. We can come up with so many ideas, proposal, policies, and so on. But they have to listen. They are not listening. I
know,
We can fight for it.
But what I'm trying to say is, in the context of trying to get Muslim support or Malay support, for example, why don't your NGO and your friends why don't you fight for the farmers? Why don't you fight for their livelihood issue? For example, there are a lot of Malays who are farmers.
Yeah.
If you do that, wouldn't that make you more acceptable to them?
Dato, if I want to touch on that, it's a lot of work. I don't have the manpower, and we are not funded. Okay, it's all.
Well, you can start somewhere.
Yeah, so it's not easy. It's not easy for us to go into every single details. So we do what we are focusing is what is breaking the unity and the harmony of our nation. I'm focusing on this kind of people. You see, like the only time when I saw all the race were together during COVID. That's the only time I saw.
Because COVID it affects everybody the same way.
Because I was aggressively going down and giving out food, groceries to the needy ones during that time. And so many Malays came to the temple to ask for groceries and food. We gave them. Then you can see in the Buddhist temple, you can see Malay, Chinese, Indians all queuing up, taking groceries, even in the church. That time nobody, was thinking about the sensitivity. Oh, itu tempat haram, awak tak boleh pergi. Itu tempat orang kafe, itu kuil orang kafe. Itu gereja orang kafe. So that brought all of us together.
Yes.
Now why is it breaking back again? It's because of this kind of people. So the policy, that is why what we were arguing is we must set a racial and religious hate bill must be tabled in the parliament. If we really want to, we have to think in a macro way. I'm thinking in a macro way to make changes. If you stop these people, we have the unity and the harmony there. Don't talk about this. Don't instigate them. Don't provoke them. Don't brainwash them to hate others, to hate other race and religion. Because even during the flood at Sri Muda, because I'm staying quite close to Sri Muda.
Sri Muda, Selangor.
Selangor. Sri Muda is at Shalam. Okay. So I'm staying close by there. So many were coming and asking for help. We were giving. We were helping. We don't care. It's Malay. We went into Sri Muda. We brought a four-wheel drive. Went inside Sri Muda. That particular area, the flats we went, were all Malays. We were giving them food. I'm happy because for me, humanity comes first. Race and religion is second. That's the brand. That's a branding. That's it.
Yeah.
Humanity comes first.
Makes sense. Yes. Makes sense because we are humans.
Yes. So
we suffer the same way.
So the problem, I'm looking at the core problem, Dato. The core problem is these politicians and this kind of radical extremist preachers. They are the cause of even the economy also. The downfall of our economy. Oh, this one cannot. This one haram. Celebrities want to come into our country to do performance. Oh, cannot. Then how are you going to get the investors to come into your country? You are scaring them away. Every single thing, you are putting a roadblock and you say it's haram, it's wrong, against the fatwa, against the salah dari segi akidah. So how are you going to bring the investors inside? I've been to Dubai many times. I think almost 100 times I would have been to Dubai over my years.
Yes.
And Dubai is so free, so open. No one is forced to even wear a headscarf or whatever, nothing. You can wear shorts, you can wear singlet. It's very open, and they are only about business. It's entry port, import and export. That's why Dubai is so prosperous.
Prosperous, yeah. And I think a lot of other, even Saudi now is more open.
Yes.
Yeah, even Saudi.
We are going backwards.
So, but you don't, coming back to this Madani, you don't see any change in Madani? The approach?
Please, Dato. Did you see any changes?
I don't know.
We all are living here in Malaysia.
Yeah.
You can ask anybody.
I don't see much change.
Yeah.
So
I want to ask people. I want to understand. I challenge many. Show me what changes or what improvement have we seen in these 2 years. Okay? With this Madani government. Open challenge. They said, oh no, cannot. You see, you need give him 5 years. Some say must give him a second term. No. If you are the Prime Minister, you are the chief. Okay. If you can, you see, my mother was admitted in the hospital last year and she passed in Shalom Hospital. Okay. I have to say this openly. Do you know, many Chinese or Malays or Indians, everybody will agree to that. Lack of bed, lack of equipments, lack of nurse, lack of doctors. That is the problem our hospital is facing.
Public hospital, yeah.
Public hospitals. Why is it improving on?
What happened to your mother?
Okay, she had a stroke actually. Okay, one of the artery which is leading to the brain ruptured. Yeah. Okay, she went for something else, but she passed away for another reason. They call it hospital bug. They call it hospital bug. That's why when you go to private hospitals, it's fumigated properly. You don't get lung infections, this bacteria and all that. In government hospital, many tend to get, many cases. So she went for something else, she passed away for something else.
Okay,
because of hospital
sorry to hear
infection,
that,
they call it.
Okay. So our public facilities are not adequate.
Of course, we can. If we do a survey with the middle class group and the B40 category of people, they will say it all. And here you are spending money, the Madani government, on other purpose, which is more on the Islamic purpose. Spend on the Malays. The Malays are suffering. Give them, help them. You want to give 1.5 billion to Jakim. Just increase 300 million drastic when he came to the picture, when he took over the government. And then for the imams, for the pendakwa, all increase. Why? Give it to the poor Malays. We are okay with that. Help them, help the human beings.
Okay, Shashi. So now coming back to your NGO, we have, like the politics in this country also not quite stable.
Yes.
It looks stable, but
no, it's not stable.
Okay. So like, I want to come back to this. You may have to get into politics to get some attention. And I think politics is also you have to align yourself with some group. Do you see any group, Malay-based group, that brings hope? Or they all cannot be used?
Actually, Dato, tell you frankly, we need new faces. You see, it's
new
always
faces.
the same. New faces. Like you.
I'm old.
Like your face. Okay, for example, Siti Kasim. Okay, maybe like Taufik. So we need.
But they are not. They don't have parties.
Yeah, they don't have parties. But these new faces, basically, they have to come forward, and they have to form a party. For instance, like a third force. Who are we going to vote for? If you look at it, if you do a survey now on the ground, because I'm always on the ground, the Chinese community, the Indian community, even the Malays are asking, siapa lagi kita nak undi? PN, PAS ada. PH pula macam ini pula dia punya kerja. Siapa kita nak undi? Baik aku tidur lah, jangan keluar mengundi lah, senang je lah. This is what the talk of the town is going on. People are fed up, queuing up 1 hour. We want to make changes. Why? What was the reformasi all about? I never see any reformasi.
Yeah.
Do you see any reformasi? No. None of us saw any reformasi. Yeah. When we changed from BN to PH during the GE14, why everybody came out, were excited to vote, they were celebrating. Why? Because people want changes. They are fed up. They are fed up. People are riding in the name of race and religion. Race and religion. Until today, that never changed.
Never changed.
So that part, the race and religion, must be taken out from politics. It mustn't be incorporated. Now, whenever they speak in the parliament, even outside, they use the Islam. Ini semua penunggang agama. Jika dia orang tak ada, they got nothing to advertise and market. Tak ada modal lain nak cakap. So they talk about Islam to get the support. But like what you're asking, what you were saying just now, what are their plans to revive the economy, to help the poor farmers, okay, to help the B40 category group of people. I had a Malay family calling me, 80 years old lady calling me crying, asking me to help to pay for electric bill. Telah kena potong. Pergi pejabat adun tak tolong. Pergi pejabat MP tak tolong. Oh, kita punya peruntukan untuk ni tak cukup. Oh, makcik cubalah pinjam dekat jiran ke, dekat saudara ke. This is the advice they give. This is what was told directly to me by her. So this is what the people are. That means there is no proper service center for the people. If you go to the MP's office or Adun's office, where many has complained to me, because I am not a politician, I'm not funded, I'm just doing whatever I can with my group of people from the heart. Even the Sabah and Sarawakians are there to support us completely. Even they came down from Sabah and Sarawak just to stand with us in front of the AG office on the 1st of April. So these people has been given the power, the authority to help others, but they are not. When they go there, they say the way they talk, the way they are treated, there is no human touch. These people, you have to send them for team building and ask them to learn, what is moral, what is ethics, how to talk to people. You don't look down at people.
Okay, you have your group. You have also people from Sabah, Sarawak. Are the society that different from here?
Yes.
How
the
different?
Muslims there.
How different?
The Muslims in Sarawak, or even in Sabah.
In Sabah.
Okay, they are more not how you call it, not very into the religion. Oh, I cannot sit with the cafe. Oh, I cannot eat, even though that place has doesn't serve halal food. I can still sit with you and take a drink, for instance, for example, and I can attend for your function, for your cultural function, or for your house function. Here, no, people don't attend. They don't attend. Yeah.
Sabah Sarawak will give you more hope.
Yes, Sabah Sarawak until today, they are not polluted with this.
Not yet.
Yeah, yes, not yet. I'll say that. Hopefully, they are still, secular, and they are still strong with their culture. With how they mix around with people, they're still good. It's still good there. A lot of people told me, hey, let's go to Sarawak. We have to go to Sarawak, man. Or settle down in Sabah or Sarawak. That's the only place we can live, relax in peace without this religious indoctrination and all that. We want, we are Indian and Chinese. Like when I list my statement, we got no time for all this. And we are not into all this. Go to work, come back, country must be good. We don't want to see people are suffering. People are calling you to pay electricity bill. They are suffering. Even the Malay community is suffering. So we don't want to see all this. We want to go to work, come back, see the country prosper, develop economically, even our currency, This is what we are looking at.
Okay, I understand. What about, I just want to ask you, what about how do you see the young people? How do they, are they still the same as what you have described, or are they different, the younger set, say 25 years and below?
Okay.
Are they interested in the issue?
The way I look at the younger generations now, when they changed the voting rights from 18 above, from 21 to 18 above, many young Malay boys voted for PN. Okay.
They voted for PN.
Yeah.
Oh.
They voted for PN.
Why is that?
Why
is that?
Okay, when I spoke to them, even in the Facebook, when we're talking the social media, TikTok, or whatever, they said that because they voted because they want to uphold Islam, they want to safeguard Islam, they want to save the Ketuanan Melayu. So these people are basically they are being brainwashed. They are being brainwashed.
So the young also not changing their mind.
No.
Okay.
That's why when Sultan Terengganu, I think the news came out, when he said that do not use the mosque for your political agenda, for your political speech. And PAS was against it. No, we will still do it. Why? That is the place people will come and congregate. And that's the place they will say, okay, you do this, you vote for this, you vote for that. If you don't vote, you are finished. Okay? Islam will be, what you call that, will be under threat. Our Ketuanan Melayu will be under threat. They have been talking about this, I think, more than 35 years or above.
But if you see that, no, but if you look at the last election, by-election,
yes,
the Malay group, PN, not getting any support.
You're talking about PRK or you're talking about G15?
No, PRK.
PRK.
They're not getting support in Makota. They're not getting support in Negeri.
Now, because why?
Yeah,
they have realized nothing is being done. People are very simple. They support you, they vote you, okay, you will stand up for the community or you will do something. But when they see you are doing nothing, then their perception changes. This is how people are. They get brainwashed and then they learn from their bitter experience and then they change sides.
So there's still hope, lah.
There's still hope. But it's a lot of work where you have to go and talk to all these people. The only people can do it are the good preachers or good Malay leaders who are not politicians, basically statesmen. Not politicians, statesmen. We don't want politicians. Politicians today they will talk A, tomorrow they will do K. You know, this is what politicians are.
So coming back to the young group, you think they will still, next election, let's say 2 years from now, 2-3 years, they will still support PN? PAS?
It's difficult to say that along the way, and we don't know, the journey is still
sure.
3 years.
I got.
Along the way, we don't know what's going to happen to this country. The way people are being, the narrative building, I call it the narrative building, which is being spoken every day. About religion and race, to safeguard religion and race, or we will lose. When they said, this is a question I asked, when you say Islam is under threat, Ketuanan Melayu is under threat from who? From who? Who's going to take over? Who is going to take over? Who wants to threaten you and take over the entire nation? Who? Until today, they never say who. You'll say it's under threat from others. Who are the others? I don't know, alien or whatever they are talking about. I don't know who. Who are the others? The others means us lah. Am I right?
Are you do you get any support from DAP?
No.
No, support not financially, but in terms of issues.
No. They stay away from people like us.
Why is that? I thought they are the one who talk a lot about reform.
Yeah, right.
What is your assessment?
I have spoken to some of them, which I don't want to mention their names.
Of course.
Okay, I have given a briefing sheet, on my visit to Parliament. And on that briefing sheet, I've already explained everything. Okay, like I said, we are looking at macro level. You want to change the country, first of all, this racial and religion should be thrown off. And these particular preachers, brainwashing others, all this should be stopped. And calling people pendatang, penumpang, kafir, all this should stop. If you're really looking into unity and harmony. But DAP, until today, only one person I can say voiced out on certain things are YB Ganapati Rao. That I can say. The rest, no.
Who is that fella?
YB Ganapati Rao. He's the MP for Klang.
Oh.
Bukit Raja.
Bukit Raja.
Yeah.
But DAP as a party is quiet.
DAP as a party is quiet. You can see. Obviously, they are quiet. So it goes back to...
Isn't it very odd that they are quiet when they are the one who
They are the loudest when they are
the
in
loudest when
in
they are in the
opposition.
opposition?
When you approach them for this kind of matters, nobody touches, nobody speak about it.
Because they're scared of Anwar?
They are very scared of Anwar. I can see that. I can tell you that straight.
So everybody's scared of Anwar.
Bloody scared of Anwar.
Oh.
Not scared.
Hmm.
I'll say that.
Okay. Okay, so I
Let's
hope
talk about that one more thing.
Yeah.
Just to add on.
just
The Solidarity Week.
the what?
Solidarity Week Palestine in schools.
Solidarity
3 week for Palestinians in schools
in school. Yeah.
last year.
Hmm.
Okay. So when this came up, we made noise. Myself, City, Patriot Group, General Arshad, and Sabah, Sarawak NGOs, and other Chinese NGOs, Indian NGOs, we all gave a statement.
What did you
as
say?
a
What did you say?
coalition. Do not bring war or war crisis or hatred into schools. Why? You see, this never happened before. I think if you talk about Hamas and this Israel have been fighting for decades.
Yes.
But why are you bringing this into the school? Do you see the direction of this Madani government? School should be purely for education, not religion, not war, not teaching them to take sides, not teaching them to hate. So where is this country heading now? So this is what I'm talking about. When these things, when the foreign nations look at what's happening, school children's taking a toy M16, bayonet, pedang.
Yeah.
How do they look at asking them to step on a country's flag, burn a country's flag? School children's. How would other nations around the world will look at us? When you look at Arab Saudi, they don't do that. They don't do that in Indonesia. They don't do that in Jordan. They don't do that in Egypt.
But we encourage them.
We are encouraging them. And basically, this wrong against the Child Convention Act. It's wrong. It's written there very clearly. This is the statement we have given out.
Maybe it's just 1 or 2 days gone.
That is because we stopped it. We were giving statements for 4 days non-stop.
Okay.
And we made the Education Minister, and the Education Minister, the next day itself, she gave a statement. Oh no, we didn't know about it. We told them follow our guidelines. What guidelines? I never see any guidelines. In the circular, surat perkeliling, tak ada pun guideline. Damage control. Then the following day, PM said, okay, we are not forcing anybody. You all do, if you all want to do, but please don't do all this. You understand that though? What is happening to this country? Where are we heading now?
Okay.
Right?
So anyway, there are a lot of issues
A lot.
about.
We want to talk about it.
Maybe we will
A couple of days.
maybe we will have another session.
Sure.
Shashi?
Sure.
Maybe next time I would like to focus more on the livelihood issues.
Right.
I know this country, we always talk about the ringgit getting stronger. We have $1 billion investment here, investment there, but I still see a lot of people with very low income trying to live.
Yes.
And I don't know where the help's going to come from, So maybe next session we will, if you can gather some information more about what are the target group that we should focus on to get the people together, And like I said, sometimes you need a common issue. Just now you mentioned when there was COVID, there was unity.
Yes.
Because we had to fight a common enemy.
Also
At the
during
moment,
the Banjir.
During the
flood,
Banjir. Yeah.
2021 December.
Yes. So during
everywhere.
the Banjir. So what we need is something that brings the people together.
Actually, the people, no one is bad. But the problem is the politicians
Yes.
and these preachers who are playing this game, so that they can sustain the support.
Sustain themselves.
Yes. So
Okay.
this is the problem.
Okay. I understand. So perhaps our next session we will focus on the issues that can bring people together.
Right.
We know what brings them apart.
Yes.
Maybe next time I will invite you to talk about what is it that we need to do to bring people together. So thank you, Shashi. This has been
Thank you,
good
Anand.
conversation,
Opportunity.
and
Thanks.
And I hope you can come again. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.